course, the second I start recording, the sun and lighting is blaring at everything at all. I am so distracted trying to tell one little thing about my life. I just got an oil change on today's January 5th. So it's part of my what I did today for the January vlog. I'm so boring. And it went well, you know, just showing up, thought it'd be quick in and out, real oil change thing, like, I would say definitely though, I was, at first the workers were like, oh my god, I feel so scatterbrained. The workers were nice, and I got this feeling of service. Like, yes, I'm going for a service oil change, but I just felt this time an extra level of service. I was like, ooh, this feels kind of nice. Like when you get your nails done or your hair done or something, that's like more fun for me. And I was like, that's interesting. I don't usually feel that way. Like usually it's just so forced that it's like just feels like a tacky salesman type of thing. But it went pretty well. Like the main guy was like making jokes with me, like genuinely, and like, you know, doing whatever with my car. The other people, you know, making cool comments about my car. I love it. Yes, just like I don't know, they called my car a cute little bugger, and we're laughing at my sticker, my one cocky stick driver sticker. Yeah, but basically what I'm trying to get at is the moment that I like showed some sort of, I don't know, boundary or knowledge or like agency of my own, I can tell that the tone switches from like the main guy dealing with me. He's probably the main manager, like owner of that location, whatever. Like the second I don't want to buy something or have a service or like have a different opinion than what they're telling me, you know, and it's just, I notice it. It's not subtle, it's shady. I notice it in every single car place. And I'm like, yeah, I know you, like, look at all the people. Like, I'm in, afterwards I came to my local mall, so I'm around a bunch of cars right now. Like, looking at all of them, yeah, I'm sure most of them, people do not take great, like, even decent care of their cars and come in over, like, with insane stuff wrong with their cars. You're just, you know, not doing the basic stuff. Like, a lot of people can improve on car maintenance, and so, yeah, they probably are, like, sick and tired of people coming in and, like, just being all annoying and weird about stuff, and it's like, bro, well, like, you need to do these other, like, maintenance things. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not one of those people. My car isn't horrible. I could do better. I get oil changes pretty much, like, routinely when I'm supposed to, like, full oil change, filter change. I top off my oil as needed. Definitely check my coolant. It's never, like, empty or low. I've done little, like, aesthetic stuff to my car. I've changed my headlights by myself recently, which is like not difficult at all. So I know some stuff about what's going on with my car, and it started when, yeah, they like noticed something in my hood, and he comes over, he's like, yeah, I noticed two things. One, looks like some oil might be leaking out of the engine, and that sounded like a big deal, and I was like, kind of like, okay. And secondly, looks like there's like rust on your radiator. I actually knew about this. This has been like a problem for a couple years. That a mechanic in San Diego really tried pressuring me into replacing right away. And it's like, yeah, and like there's, you know, you can see some coolant on there, like really worried about like overheating. And then offered me this is turning into a mini story about my car change. Okay. And offered me this $20 250 point safety or car inspection thing, and started listing all the things it included, and I was listening, and I was just leaning towards no, because I was aware of the radiator rusting problem, and all the other stuff he was listing, I'm also aware of like where my car is at with that stuff. Like, I'm not completely in the blind. He's like, oh, but check your brakes, the tires, of this, of that. I'm like, okay, well, I've had those fluids checked maybe 6 months ago. I just had a tire place. They let me know about where my tires and my brakes are at. So like, I like, no, I'm not saying like, oh, my tires are perfect. Like, no, I know in the next like 6 months to a year, will probably need, not tires, like brakes. So I know it's just like not like a today thing. So I was like, yeah, like I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. I've been aware of the radiator thing. Like, my car has never ever overheat. And that's the thing. I don't go into all of this. Like, I've stopped trying to explain because I know myself. And this is the part that's weird though, because I told him like, okay, yeah, my car has never overheated. I've never had a problem with that. Like, yes, my car, it's for you, the audience, to know what issues has my car had. I have had my brakes replaced within the time that I've had the car. The tires are new when I got them. It's way coming up. I've had my car, I don't even know how long, at least 2 years, probably getting closer to 3 years now. I mean, yeah, like everything on the inside works great. Like I said, I did learn about the radiator like rusting and leaking just a little bit, but and that was within maybe 6 months after I got the car, and they really tried to scare the shit out of me. And I was about to drive from San Diego back home to Phoenix area for winter break, and I was so upset. I was like, oh my god, like I was planning on driving, I don't have a plane ticket, they're too expensive, I can't drive now. Oh my god, I'm not gonna make it, what am I gonna do? My computer just died on me during finals week, and I was like, oh my god, I need money for a computer, I need to finish the papers. So yeah, okay, side story for that. I dropped my car off for literally to check the brakes and the tires for my drive home. And dropped the car off, I guess, and like a few hours later, like back home, I'm on campus trying to do my shit on the library computers, since mine broke. And I get a call, and the dude is like, hey Taylor, we found that like, yeah, your radiator's leaking, blah blah blah, doing this. It's gonna be about, yeah, like $1,147.32. Is that we have some time to do it right now, and the hood's open. Do you want to have us go ahead and do that for you? I was in the library, like, I said no, and then he was like, okay, like confused that I, like, thrown off guard that I said no. I was just like, no. The fuck? If I had $1,100 to pull out of my ass, I would be on my new MacBook Air right now, not stressing over getting all my files and shit on this library computer and stuff. So my point is, and then within that, and then when I got there, a different like dude who is giving me my keys and like showing me my car so I could leave after having my brakes replaced, showed me the things. Like, oh, look at it, I got my flashlight. It was just showing me how bad it was. Afterwards, I showed someone who's now my ex and their dad who know about cars, and they're like, yeah, it's not like that bad. I mean, it's true, but the way they're describing it, it's just like making it sound really over inflated and stuff. So I was like, okay. And this was almost 3 years ago. I've driven between, like, first of all, within cities. I've driven within San Diego, within Phoenix, like on daily, and I've driven back and forth. How many miles is it? Like 260 or 200 miles or something from San Diego to Phoenix, multiple times, at least, I don't know, at least 5 times, like, or more. Like, anyway, all I'm saying is my car has never like dipped even a little bit into the overheating on like a drive. The only time it has it has overheated, okay, has been when I was first learning to drive stick, and I tried going up the most steep ass hill I have ever gone up, and I didn't know how to do it, like how to shift, like I could fairly fucking drive. So yeah, it was the hills like this, I kid you not, like it was in, I don't know, it was Bankers or Bunker, but one of those Bankers Hill area in San Diego. My car overheated, started smoking, like literally a lady came out of her house thing and was like looking at me because did not sound good. I thought I was gonna die, like roll back. Oh my god. So that makes sense why I overheated. And then again, maybe I can't think of another time it's overheated. There's been other things, like I've had troubles with my car just shutting off when it idles for too long, and it's really weird. It was doing it for like a while, now it hasn't done it for a few months, and I'm scared it's gonna start doing it again. I've had 2 different mechanics look at it for that issue. They recommended things, I got the things done, and then it just came back. So I'm just like, like trying to figure out what it is, if it fixed it, if it, like, I don't know. But I was having that trouble, been having it on and off for like a year maybe, and it happens both when I'm driving, like if I'm idling too long in traffic or at light, or if I'm in a parking spot, a car will kind of like rattle and lose power and turn off. But it hasn't gone into overheating at all or started smoking. It's just something that I notice, and usually I'll turn the car off before I let it rattle too much. Yeah, the last place I took it to a couple months ago, they replaced my alternator, and I had a new battery in recently, about 6 months ago. In the past, like, I don't know, yeah, 4 to 6 months, it's happened only a couple occasions. And before that, it was happening a lot more, and it hasn't happened in the past couple weeks. So I am aware of that issue, but what the people at the oil change place today were telling me had nothing to do with that. Something having to do with like electrical connection or alternator or what I thought. So yeah, back to the oil change person. I'm not concerned about the thing. I actually want to do it. Like, yeah, I want to replace these older parts on my car for my 2001 car, but the radiator thing has not caused itself an issue. And in taking it to 2 past mechanics, one in San Diego and one here in Phoenix, to look at it for the like stalling turning off thing, neither of them pointed out the radiator as even an issue, one, to begin with, or as a major issue. So yeah, like I know it can be replaced and it can cause this piece of, and then today again, well, it basically truly trying to give me, oh, it's gonna overheat, like it's gonna be really bad, and I'm like, all right, dude, you don't even know how long I've had this car, like I think I know it a little bit better. So yeah, and then he was kind of stuck on that, and then the first thing that he said was that it looked like there was oil leaking from the engine, and I was like, ooh, like that doesn't sound good. But then he didn't even say anything about that, about like how dire that is, or to fix it. And another reason why I know these aren't as severe as it could be, or maybe it's not what they think it is, because right, there's other parts, like maybe it's a hose of some sort or something, or I don't know. Because another thing is my car, if my radiator was leaking coolant so horribly, and it's going somewhere to the point where my car cannot regulate temperature and will overheat, it means it's got to be going somewhere, right? Same with the engine leaking out, the oil leaking out of the engine. It's like going somewhere, right? And I know some of it evaporates, but like some of it drips. My car doesn't drip liquid stuff. Like, it's parked in a spot at my house, and I would notice it. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, if I don't know, it's probably just, it's just a little about that's collected over a long time. Like, if my coolant was really losing, the coolant thing would be empty. It's not, and I drive and check it regularly, and I think it's pretty normal like use, or it'd be on the ground. Same with the oil, it's not, it's just a little bit that like sticks on the like machinery, I guess, but they're making it sound like I don't know. This turned into a longer story, so maybe this is a little mini story on its own. So I'm just saying, after I was like, oh no, I don't need that inspection thing, and like, I think it's okay. You just got a little less like joking around, a little less friendly, a little bit more like reserved in a way. And I was like, okay, thank you for your service, and I'll best be on my way. So yeah, so it's an interesting thing. Mechanics. I've also never have had my car worked on by a woman. I guess I have not asked them their pronouns, so I don't know, but I am largely assuming that I guess I don't even know, but they're mostly males. I just don't like the like attitude of, I don't know, it's like you can never do right, like going into a car shop if you don't have thousands of dollars to like spend on whatever they want you to fix right then and there. And I guess I just want to talk about these things because I guess I am a confrontational person more so. I'm not like going out starting arguments and fights and shit, but I just am like, if something's going on, I'll ask like what's going on, ask more questions about it, say no. So I'm not afraid to say no or like, yeah, whatever. Especially on the spot. And yeah, oftentimes it can be intimidating, especially as a young woman. Typically we don't have exposure to these like sort of things that we have to do with our car, or like what it is, or like going to the shops and stuff like that, and they know that. And I just like generally people, not just young women, like other women, like other dudes, just people who just like, it's not that typical now to like really know the inner workings of your car. Like I'm sure it was in like the fucking 50s when everything was different. Okay, I'm getting so off track. Fuck. So what I'm trying to do is share this story to know that, especially my young ladies out there, and just everybody, like, you can say no to people, do your own thing. Just, if you have ever gotten into a situation going for a service that you feel intimidated about, not even car service, like maybe getting your nails done intimidates you. It kind of intimidates me sometimes in a way. For one, there's usually different language going on in the background. Not that that's intimidating on its own, but it is something different. Like it is something, a different environment that your body, or like I noticed. And then I don't know, just like having to pick your color on the fly makes you nervous, or having your feet and hand exposed to other people, or the lack of privacy, how you're not in like a individual like sweet thing. I don't know. So whatever it is, you have the power to say no, to ask questions about the service or what's going on, or you know, like what you can get and what's going on. And you can leave if you don't want to be there anymore. Of course, if it's in the middle of a car service, I mean, then you can't leave. If it's in the middle of a nail service, you gotta pay and then you can leave. But you can leave. There is an option. So that was a little car shop analysis. And now I'm gonna go into the mall and grab what I was supposed to and be on with my day and watch this video go nowhere. Okie dokie. Thanks for listening and good luck on all of your car endeavors. Okay, bye.